Hello everyone, this is the GT Boxing channel. When Anthony Joshua first stepped into the professional ring, many dismissed him as a manufactured product. But it quickly became clear. This was a project with astonishing potential. Olympic gold at London 2012, the backing of major television networks, millions in investment from Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn, model looks, charisma, and a devastating knockout punch. All of it combined to make Joshua the new icon of British sport. He wasn't just winning fights, he was filling stadiums, selling pay-per-views, and becoming the face of a new heavyweight era. The pinnacle of his rise came in 2017, in the legendary clash against Vladimir Klitschko. 90,000 fans packed Wembley Stadium. It was a night where eras collided. Old school met new blood. Joshua was knocked down, dragged himself through the fog of the 9th round, and finished the Ukrainian in the 11th. He became a world champion and a national hero. The path ahead seemed clear. Unifications, dominance, the road to undisputed. But things took a different turn. After a shocking defeat to Andy Ruiz in the summer of 2019, cracks began to show. Joshua was knocked out in New York, suddenly, sensationally. He reclaimed his titles in the rematch, showcasing discipline and control. But it was no longer the same Anthony Joshua. More cautious, less instinctive. Doubts began to emerge. Had he lost the killer edge? Then came 2021, the year the king's crown began to slip. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion, had moved up to heavyweight. His debut came against Chaz Witherspoon, followed by a grueling bout with Derek Chisora. Awkward, messy, but victorious. Opinions were divided. Some called Usyk's leap to heavyweight a gamble. Others, especially Ukrainian fans, believed his skill and ring IQ would outweigh the size difference. Yet the bookmakers remained skeptical. Joshua was the clear favorite. Around the fight, tension built into full-blown drama. Press conferences, stare-downs, predictions from legends. Tyson Fury confidently declared, "Joshua will dismantle him." Carl Froch, Lennox Lewis, even George Foreman, most believed Joshua's size and power would prevail. And yet, at the final press conference, Usyk sent a message. This would be more than a fight. He arrived dressed as the Joker, not in a tracksuit, not in a suit, but in full character. It was a symbol, a psychological strike. He hadn't come just to take belts, he came to take territory. Joshua appeared calm in the build-up. His training camp followed the familiar script. Strength work, explosive drills, tall sparring partners. Usyk, meanwhile, focused on speed, timing, and neuro-reaction training. In interviews, he said plainly, "I'm not planning to win. I'm just going to do my job." Joshua replied, "I'm a student. I've studied his style." Fight night arrived. The weigh-in revealed little surprise. Usyk at 100 kilograms, Joshua at 109. No panic. Everything looked under control. Until the first bell rang. From the opening seconds, it was clear. This wasn't the fight Joshua had prepared for. Usyk didn't allow him to fire off combinations. He moved, struck with rhythm, pivoted, and hit again. In the 3rd round, a clean left. In the 6th, a barrage on the ropes. In the 9th, Joshua hesitated, clearly troubled. Usyk was in control, not as a puncher, but as a surgeon, dismantling the defense with surgical precision. 12th round. Usyk surged forward in the final seconds, launching a furious assault. Joshua retreated, covered up, offered nothing in return. The bell rang. Usyk, winner by unanimous decision, no questions asked. But this wasn't just a loss, it was a fracture. At the post-fight press conference, Joshua looked hollow. He spoke about trying, about how things didn't go to plan, about coming back, but something was already gone. In the rematch a year later, Joshua performed better. He was more aggressive, sharper, but still lost. And this time, it ended with emotion boiling over. He tossed the belts, shouted into the crowd, tried to take the microphone from Usyk. This wasn't the champion anymore. This was a man searching for his former self. Then came the attempted comeback. Wins over Jermaine Franklin and Robert Helenius, talk of rebuilding. But then, Daniel Dubois, young, hungry, powerful, and the knockout, brutal, direct, final. That fight against Usyk in 2021 wasn't just a turning point. It was the beginning of the end. The night Anthony Joshua lost more than titles. He lost himself. When boxing history looks back on Joshua's career, it will replay his triumph over Klitschko. His Olympic gold will be remembered. But eventually, inevitably, it will cut to Usyk, to the man who stepped up into a foreign weight class and took everything, who ignored the noise and defied the odds, the man who quietly, clinically, and permanently buried the Joshua era. And that's all. Subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new videos. Bye everyone.